Hey gaming fans! So I'm looking at, well, I just bought the starter deck Codebreaker. And if you've been watching my channel at all, or if you've seen any of my other videos, you might have heard me say that I literally just got back into this game. And I've been on like a 3-year hiatus probably, you know, around the time I started my other YouTube channel. So, you know, I'm getting back into the game, and when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, there was no Link monsters. This was all new to me. And, you know, I was at the store today, and I saw a bunch of the decks out there, and I looked at this, I'm like, this looks interesting, so I thought I'd pick it up. And I thought, what fun would it be to do, like, a little bit of an unboxing on it. I already did an unboxing with the Pegasus deck, which is like the Speed Duel deck. So this is just a regular starter deck. This is Codebreaker. I did grab one of the other ones before when I was considering getting back into the game, just because, you know, just to read about the Link summoning. I thought this would be fun to check it out together, just in case maybe you've always been curious. I'm destroying the box. I wish they didn't make them that you had to destroy it like that, but oh well. Just in case you were curious about some of the rarities and some of the way it looks, and I don't know, maybe you're just getting back into the game yourself and you're curious about it. So you got your typical playmat. Came in a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh decks. And it's got the extra monster zones, which are the, you know, I'm still getting used to that, but Master Rule 5's coming out soon, so it won't be too big of a hindrance for me. And of course the rule book, the beginner's guide. So if you haven't played in a long time, you need to read this. And let's get to the deck. Okay. Sometimes I can get into these, other times it's just a pain in the butt. There we go. I got it. Got that little thing down here you can just pull, and it just takes all this crap off. There we go. So let's see what we got here. Cyverse White Hat. I have no idea what that is, but that's okay. Nice shiny card. Level 6, light Cyverse. You know, that's an archetype I'm not too familiar with. If you control 2 or more monsters with the same type, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon one Cyverse White Hat once per turn this way. This card is sent to the graveyard as a link material. You can make all monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 till the end of the turn. So that's actually pretty decent, especially when you can special summon them. But that's not too bad, actually. Let's see here. Transcode Talker, another card I'm not familiar with. 2 effect monsters to link summon this guy. When this card is co-linked, and it's co-linked monsters gain 500. Also, your opponent cannot target him with card effects. Huh, kind of neat. So this is Earth Monster. Not bad. Nice and shiny again. Widget Kid. Weird. This card is normal or special summoned. You could special summon one Cyverse monster from your hand in defense position. So I noticed that the Cyverse monsters do have a lot of that special summoning from hand, deck, and graveyard. So those are always great cards. And this is an Earth level 3. Okay, so we got to a spell card now. Psynet Recovery. So this is a continuous spell card. If a link monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you could target one monster in your graveyard, except a link monster, special summon it in defense position. That's not bad. You can only use it once per turn, but that's actually pretty decent. Pentestag. That's a weird name. It's a Cyverse link monster, 2 effect monsters. If your linked monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. Huh. That's okay. Leotron. Haha. Now that's cool. Cyverse normal monster, 2,000 attack and 0 defense. Geez, I remember back in the good old Yu-Gi-Oh days when 1,800 attack was considered huge. Now 2,000 is like the standard, I guess. Text Changer. It's a level 1. Once per turn, when your monster is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack, then special summon one Cyverse normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Huh, that's interesting. And there's another normal monster, Bitron, 2, level 2, 200 attack, 2,000 defense. Oh, okay, so he's okay. I mean, you could set him and he might live, he might survive that turn. Ram Clouder, Cybers. You contribute one monster, then target one Cybers monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. You can only use the effect of Ram Clouder once per turn. It's okay. 1800 attack. That's pretty decent. He's a light monster, so you can use Honest with him. Link Slayer. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can discard up to 2 cards and target that many spell or traps on the field and destroy them. That's pretty decent too. I mean, he's got like that, you know, double MST effect there, Twin Twister sort of effect. But you have to discard 2 cards, so I don't know. It kind of turns any 2 cards in your hand into MSTs. Not bad. Backup Secretary, another light monster. If you control a Cybers monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Backup Secretary once per turn this way. So it's just another card, just to, you know, an extender to get on the field. Okay. Launcher Commander. All other Cybers monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you contribute 1 Cybers monster. And then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So that's okay. He's kind of like the monster version of that other card. Cleant. That's a weird name. A lot of these seem like they should be other names, other types. Like this should be an insect, but I guess Cybers is something different. I haven't really been watching the new Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, so I don't really know these themes. When this normal summon set card is face up on the field, all Cybers monsters you control gain 500 attack during your turn only. Oh. If this card is on the field, would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 Cybers monster in your hand or face up on the field instead. So he's 1500 attack. That's an okay. I mean, he could survive a turn. That's pretty good. Bit Rooper. You could send 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Bit Rooper once per turn. I guess if you play a lot of normal monsters like that. So they give you Flame Velguard. I remember this card. I used to use this card in quite a few decks. He's a tuner, dragon, level 1. And he's really cool. Beast King Barbaros. I don't know why that's in here. He's a level 8, but you can normal summon him, and he goes from 300 attack, or 3000 attack, I should say, to 1900. I used to love building decks with this guy too. With skill drain decks and all that stuff, and you know, you can like negate his effect, and he becomes like a 3000 beater for like just a single normal summon, because you can normal summon him, and it cuts him down to 1900. Cyber Dragon used to always be a great card. People still play Cyber Dragon, and there's decks based on him, so that's pretty cool. Zarian Universe. I remember this card too. I think this one originally came out in the tin, and it was like a foil card, but really neat card. During your battle step, if this card attacks a defense position monster, you can make this card lose exactly 400, and if you do, it'll inflict piercing. So, yeah, it's alright. Especially if someone's trying to like hide behind a scapegoat. Evil Swarm, Mad Dragoria. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you could special summon this card from your hand. So there's a lot of special summoning from the hand here. Marshmallow. Cool card. I remember when this guy first came out. Cannot be destroyed by battle. After damage calculation, if this card was attacked and it was flipped down at the start of the damage step, the attacking player takes 1,000. Or it was face down, sorry. So basically if it was set and they attack it, whoops. Not good. Drop it on the floor there. It's basically if it was flipped while it was attacked, they take 1,000 damage, and then he can't be destroyed by battle, so he just sits there as a wall. Not bad. Raiko. This is part of the Lightsworn decks. I guess they just wanted to have something that could destroy something and then mill stuff to the graveyard. Battle Fader. Oh, and Swift Scarecrow as well. These are kind of like to keep you alive for a turn. So we got Signet Universe. This is a field spell. All link monsters you control gain 300 attack once per turn. You can target 1 monster in the graveyard. Shuffle into the deck. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, send all monsters on the extra monster zones to the graveyard. That's pretty cool. So you could destroy your opponent's monsters with it. And Scapegoat. Scapegoat's awesome. I hope it comes back to more than 1, but I think with link summoning, this card kind of got broken. So they kind of put it to 1 in the ban list. Monster Reborn, you can always use another Monster Reborn. Same with Dark Hole. These are nice, good staple cards. MST, Book of Moon. United We Stand is pretty interesting, I guess, if you're going to be summoning a lot of monsters from your hand. Why not? Card Trader, that's interesting. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can shuffle one card from your hand into your deck and then draw one card. I used to play this card a long time ago when I had decks that were full of tribute monsters and stuff, because you didn't want them in your hand all the time, or any monster that required a certain card to pull it out. This is an okay card. Burden of the Mighty. Tongue-tied there. Each face-up monster your opponent controls loses 100 attack for its own level. Ego Boost. When a monster declares an attack, target one face-up monster on the field, it gains 1,000 attack. So it's basically like you can just activate it to just boost your monster by 1,000 during the damage step or whatever. Supply Squad. I like this card. I used to play this in a few decks. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you draw a card. So if they destroy your monster, you get a card to replace it. Or if you destroy your own. CNET Regression. If you special summon a Link monster, target one card on the field, destroy it, then draw one card. You can only activate one CNET Regression per turn. That's okay, I guess. I don't know. Would have been nice if this was like a continuous. Shadow Spell. I don't know why they would put that in there. Activate this card by targeting one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 700 attack, also cannot attack or change its battle position. There's other cards that are much better, like Fiendish Chain. I'd rather play over that. Call of the Haunted, just summons a monster from the graveyard. Mirror Force. It's always great seeing these cards. I remember these being always like so expensive and so rare and so hard to find. Torrential Tribute. Bottomless Trap Hole. You know, just gets rid of monsters. Zero Gravity. This is an odd one. Change the battle position of all face-up monsters on the field. I don't know how popular that is now with Link summoning. If people have a whole field full of Link monsters, apparently they can't go into defense mode, so what good is this? Compulsory Evacuation Device. Yeah, pretty good card. This card flip-flopped on the ban list for a while. I remember going from like 1 copy to 3 copies to 1 copy. And we got some Link monsters here. Decode Talker. 2 effect monsters. Gains a 500 attack for each monster it points to. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets cards you control, you contribute 1 monster this card points to, negate the activation and destroy it. So that's pretty cool. He's a Link 3, 2300 attack. Why not? Link Spider. 1 normal monster. I assume that just means a regular normal vanilla monster. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand to your zone this card points to. So this is actually pretty decent. I could probably use this in a few decks. And Link Karibo. This is really cool too. 1 level 1 monster. So this is where your scapegoats come in. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you contribute this card, change the opponent's monster attack to 0 until the end of this turn. If this card is in your graveyard, you contribute 1 level 1 monster, special summon it. You can only use this once per turn. So that's actually a pretty decent card. I think a lot of people use this one. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That's the starter deck Codebreaker. Pretty cool. You know, I like exploring these new stuff because like I said, I'm new. Well, not new. I'm just getting back into the game. So there's a lot of this new stuff that I'm just not too familiar with. So hopefully, if you're considering getting back into the game, or maybe you've been playing for a while, I don't know, you got something out of this video. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think down below. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.